middle. And in the head of the customers, they're also in the middle. They belong to the middle. Then Volkswagen once built a really good car called the Phaeton. It's a fantastic car with all the items you can imagine. But nobody bought this car because Volkswagen once was placed in the middle of the marketing cross. With all the products, with all their issues. And in the name, when you understand Germany, Volkswagen means people's car. You can build an exclusive car which is called the people's car. So nobody bought this, and the universities all over Germany take this name as a phantom effect. It means you try to sell a product which have a cheap image to sell it expensive. Nobody will buy it. You have a problem with this. So once you try it, that's why I love the lecture from Marcel, to change your mindset. I will do the best for my patients, but a professional handcraft man has to do this for me. Together, oral design, and what we do this. This is copy and paste dentistry. Sorry, maybe the guys will be fucked up when I tell this, but copy and paste dentistry doesn't work. It's the middle of the cross. You kill your own unbelievable, beautiful handcraft profession, and the patient can find you for this delicate works and compositions you can do, and you go to this. Do the same tools for everybody who sits in your chair. It's fast, maybe, also works, maybe, but it's once never will fit this way and never look this way. Look this, what we do, what we can do, right? I will show later some cases. We do it still completely by hand. Why I do this? Because I'm dumb and I'm not smart enough to make some money with digital shit? No. The digital stuff is still in the start. I will go any further, And when I go now in the middle of the cross, I can't go out again. Once in the head, your image is in the middle of the cross, you can change it to expensive again, or very hard way. I don't want to go this way. This is what I want to deliver. It's this Creation CC case on metal, handmade. Compare this. Compare this to every milled result you can ever imagine in your life, or whatever nice machines are. I have 3 machines. I work with this. I do use digital support, but with my cases, with my works, I have nothing to do with the middle of the cross. Marcel also not, and I hope you also not going to the middle. Change your mind, because people with so much money growing, this field of people are growing, the people will find us. We don't have to do hundreds of cases. We do 2 a week, but we can do it nice and expensive and exclusive. Otherwise, we kill ourselves. We give away this chance we have. I go a little bit to the topic from the course a little bit. This is very economic. Sorry for being boring, but it's so important to once got the message, and when you once got it, there's no question anymore how you want to do your veneers. It's no ways to compare this with a machinal copy and paste shit. That doesn't work. It's a concept of its own. The concept of this copy and paste dentistry, what they tell about, is going also out of the middle, but to the concept of the course. They want to sell the courses, not veneers, nice veneers. They will never do this veneers, maybe for their wives. Just saying. So ceramics nowadays, what we have when we go to veneers, we can do press and paint. It's easy. Waxing, pressing, or printing and pressing, or milling and wax and pressing and paint it, or we press, cut back and layer. That's all we can do. So we can also mill and paint. We see this nice picture before, mill and paint. Milling is very limited. Doesn't matter what we do, it's limited. And or mill in layers. It's the same like pressing. Just you get your frame or your canvas from mill, right? From milling, for a milling machine. Also, we have some printing ceramics in the future, but they are not, not really an option now. So we can layer in without a frame. It's the next step. We can layer ceramics without a frame, without mill or press a frame, and directly. So we can directly layer it on refractory. It's also possible. It's also a nice technique. Or we can use platinum foil. Why I prefer platinum foil? Because I'm lazy. The refractory technique, it's also super cool, but you have to duplicate it and pour it and dry it and feed it. And when I have platinum foil, I develop some of my own. You can foil it on and layer it on, and you have never achieved this quality of ceramics any different. It's platinum foil ceramics are the killer. It's the best you can get. It's from the aesthetics, from the stability, from the from the longevity and whatever it takes. When you have in the right hands, it's the best technique. I asked some big names. Maybe some of you know me from the social media platforms. I'm this. I'm the what I want to say it. I'm the guy who's always in a little bit fight with the other guys. I tell the guys, big names, let's go do a course, bring your material, bring your milling machine, bring whatever you want, and I bring my foil and my gyps, and we can compare. I take 4 of the participants and you 4, and we do a battle. Let's do a battle and let's see what comes out. Let the patient decide what is the better technique. And we see in 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, in the month, what we can deliver. Nobody respond, and the guys who did, they don't get the permission from their from the companies they deliver their ceramics and tell them, oh, sorry, the Umar Park wipe the floor with you. Our material will be, we have a big problem. So nobody go to this contest with me, because we always, since I know Marcel, since 50 years now, we do the courses always with the patient, always. Every course without the patient is a waste of time. Without the patient, everybody can do a course. And you don't have a patient and can see your result in the month, don't do the course. You can do training for yourself in your lab with YouTube. You don't need an expensive course for this. Without the patient, it's a waste of time. And we always do patient courses. So you see what we do in the month directly. Also the mistakes. We also do mistakes, of course, but we learn from this. Also, you will learn from this. The best what can happen to a course attendee is that we make mistakes and try to fix it in the course. This is the most learning moment in the course. For me, the platinum foil, it's the absolutely Champions League, the way ahead of all the other material or techniques. And I'm ready to make a competition, a battle with every guys who tell the difference. On time, material, how expensive the material is, the money you use for this, and the result on the patient. I'm ready for this, but nobody answered. We will see. Maybe in Israel, I hope we can do this next year. I love this, your country. I was sometimes there and enjoyed it so much. For a course, it would be great, because you will see these results, and it's nothing to compare with. I'll show you some cases later. Why does it work?
Sorry to interrupt you, but it's getting late here, so our time frame is you have about 10 minutes. Is it okay?
Yes, okay. I go fast to the cases. It's done. I bring my message, and I go now to some cases, to show some cases, and then we are done.
Perfect. Thanks.
We have here why it's important to layer on foil and to layer, not paint. To copy this natural tooth, and we can't paint this, we can't press this. We have to layer, and we need the control over the firing from our material. So to deliver a natural appearance first. And second is, no machine can mill you these thin things here in the you see in the borders. No machine can do this. It's no way to do this. No printer, no machine, no pressing. It's no way to build this, to do this the milling machine. I go fast to some cases. You see the results. Also, some of them are also course cases, and some of them are cases from my daily work. Here, the first case is a patient coming here with this enamel problems. So you don't want a preparation. We go fast, take an impression without any prep. Impression, platinum foil, layer directly on it. We take in, at this time, we don't have the E-lab. We have just picks and to take the color, but the color is not a big deal with these additionals. They are so cool adapting. So we do this, block a little bit the dark areas, and then we have this nothing of a veneer. You see the layerings in the left and the right. So to try to match, and we match it. So it's always half, it's not finished. The doctor has to finish it in the mouth. When you don't have a doctor with the good fingers, good hands, it will always be in a bad issue. So you need doctors who can do it. But tell me a technique to bring this result. It's no ways. Also this one, and without any prep, impression, veneers, no prep, just the edge. And this case is also very cool. It's a teacher in Germany. She bites on her fork and breaks a little bit from her teeth, from her tooth, and she don't want to veneer, prep veneer or crown, just the broken edge. So it's a micro veneer we did. It's very, very small. You see, this is nothing. You can't do this with composite or with a milling machine. Just the spruce, the supports are bigger than this one. So it's in the mouth. You see also the crack, it's layered. Also this chroma parts are cool matched. I think it's a good result. We did it. Here's you see the cracks and all this. It's just possible with this. I go fast to the technique and I show 2 cases again, 4 cases, and then we are done. The first is mark the margins very precisely on the gypsum model and sharp your wax pen and mark the margins very precisely and trim it very precise. If it's not precise, it breaks immediately. So you have to take the time for this under a microscope and trim it. Then for the technique, we have some techniques nowadays from Grove, from America, my brother from DTG, do it with the smacking technique. He smacked on it and put it in sand, and then it's interesting, but I can't do this. I do it by hand. I fold it. I learned it from Mr. Geller. I fold the technique, the foil. Then I adapt it. You can take a wood, your fingers, or this echet here to adapt the foil. Then smooth a little bit up. We take the sandpapers here and sharpen a little bit from underneath with the diamond disc, so it's not so sharp. And you can polish the foil like it looks like a metal frame, and then you can layer it on it. So the layering, it depends on your skills and the needs. You can layer it. This case, this case you see here, this chroma, this opalescence, you can match with nothing else. It's a prep case, to be honest. It's a prep case. So the next case is a no prep case again, 6 anteriors, platinum foil on it. This is the case without prep. Here's a model. This is the uncutted model, some pics. It's in situ. It's also nice without the prep, any. This is the lower picture is the starting pics. The magazine DTG take this pic as a first side.
Na gut, ich schaue in der Apple TV App mal nach first.
Sorry, what's that? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Just go back to presentation mode.
I'm in. You see it?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
I go to this case. Yeah, it's, Siri got me. That's why it break it up. So this was the last case we did here. Also, you see here, it's still the silicone here. It's just an impression. Also, no prep, nothing. That's the result. We take now the it works really good. It's so easy now. Get a good recipe for the dentin and then play around, and you have these results. This is the art of case. I think the kind of case we will also do in the hands-on in Israel. I hope so this week, next year. So I think I break it up so the cases we can see also when we are together, because always the cases are repeating now. And I want don't bore you with this. Maybe some questions are there. And I will say thank you for your attention. Thank you for the chance to talking here. I hope so. I hope to see you in Israel, and look forward. And if somebody of you have questions later on, you can find me on social media or over Ilan or Claudia and direct the questions to me. I will try to answer it. Thank you.
Thank you, Omar. Very nice cases, amazing cases. You just convinced us that no prep veneer are much difficult than regular veneers, that's for sure. Hope to see you in the hands-on course here in Tel Aviv. You're very welcome, and I'm sure that you have lots of secrets to tell us and to teach us all the techniques. אני רוצה, I switch to Hebrew, sorry. ראינו היום טעימה ממה שאנחנו הולכים ללמוד, כמו שכולנו מבינים, המילה no prep veneer זה נשמע כאילו משהו קל והמוני, ואנחנו מבינים עכשיו שזה הרבה יותר מסובך גם בצד של הרופא וגם בצד של הטכנאי, ואני בטוח שאנחנו נגלה הרבה דברים מעניינים בקורס המתוכנן. אני רוצה להודות לכולם על ההשתתפות, על הסבלנות, ונשתמע באחת ההרצאות או הקורסים הבאים שלנו כאן ב-EviDent. Thanks again, Professor Wainwright and Mr. Omar Pak for your time. I really appreciate it. Thank you and good night, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Take care. See you in Israel.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
And Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you as well. Thank you. Take care.
Bye-bye.